India Speaks Daily. I am your host, Narayan Kar. If one feels that the Delhi police is incompetent for not stopping a few hundred of anti-nationals from entering the Red Fort and raise a Khalistani flag without shooting them dead, then one has no idea how a democratic nation can and should manage such situations. We are not or China or Russia, and our current government is not run by anti-nationals but run by hardcore nationalists. Please remember that. Let's go back in recent past. One might recall that in 1966 there was a massacre of Hindus in Delhi by Mrs. Indira Gandhi's government, which had ordered police to shoot dead hundreds of Hindu sadhus and Gaurakshaks protesting peacefully for enforcing Cow Slaughter Act. Any political protest needs two resources for success, and that is public support and money. Recall Mrs. Indira Gandhi's sit-in protest on the road or the Anna Hazare anti-corruption protest against the UPA government. Even as the police used the force, public support for Mrs. Indira Gandhi increased phenomenally, and from a jailed criminal, she got sympathy wave and became the Prime Minister of India. Even in Anna Hazare's protests, that gave Kejriwal the shoulder to stand and be noticed and become a chief minister, as the Delhi police under UPA lathi charged Anna's protest and his popularity increased. Now, coming to ongoing illegal farmer protest, the public were confused for the past 2 months and tired of hearing the same thing over and over again, and public support had actually waned. Notice that many of those on social media who 2 months back were seeking public support for farmer protest are no more asking for it. And in fact, many of the same people have turned against these fake farmers. So, as the public support wanes, so does the flow of funding decreases and soon begins to dry out. There is no hurry to get our borders with Delhi vacated, because even the Delhi government seems to covertly or overtly support these commie urban naxals like Salim Yogendra Yadav, Khalistanis, and foreign-funded millionaire farmers. Public memory is short, and this is very important to remember. While we all know how Mrs. Gandhi used force and ordered police to fire bullets and kill many hundreds of Hindus protesting peacefully without any tractor or stick or sword in hand, today 95% of public don't even know or can remember that very sad event. But today we will remember how these so-called farmers took law into their own hand and went on a murderous, destructive rampage. This will not be forgotten for at least next 5 to 6 years. In that time, Modi government needs to change our Indian penal code, judicial process and policing system. Modi government was very sensitive to the farmers as a whole, and without knowing fully who all are involved in the conspiracy, taking severe action would have been counterproductive. Fake farmers had hijacked the poor misled farmers' protests based on some misunderstanding due to fake propaganda of Congress, communists and foreign-funded NGOs. Modi government had decided not to hurt any real and innocent farmer who was probably bullied and forced to participate in this fake protest. What Modi had decided, what Modi government has done today is not for his own image or his party, but in keeping the interest of the real farmers and the interest of this nation on top of all his actions. Those who understand real politics will realize this in the next 3 to 5 years. Modi government has openly exposed these rotten political and judicial system in India. Modi government has also exposed the huge conspiracy against India, China, urban Naxals, commies, and India's now rotten opposition led by the Congress dynasty. Time has come for us nationalists to forget activism on social media and come on the road in full support of Modi government, just as anti-nationals always come in full strength onto the roads in huge numbers. Today, fake farmer protest has also shut the mouths of all those anti-India MPs in the UK and Canadian parliaments who had the impunity and audacity to advise India on farmers' protests and interfere in our internal matter. It is very easy to sit in the stands or in homes in front of TV and advise Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, Ashwin, etc. on how to captain or bat a ball on a pitch while each of them are masters of their game. This is not the time to be impatient and burst out with our feelings on social media, but to stay cool and calm and fully trust the most competent team of Modi, Shah, Rajnath Singh, Dr. Jaishankar, internal and external security issues of this beloved nations of ours. What has happened so far is good for the nation and was necessary to expose and shame the fake agitators and their anti-national supporters. Regarding Rahul Gandhi, AAP and Congress party, the mask has fully come off. They all will now be seen by the public as terrorist supporters, anti-nationals, and their genuine farmer base has already eroded totally, if not fully. I totally trust our elected government's top leadership and would request with all humility for all those who read this to do so. Our top leadership are legends in their own rights, in their field, and are the best team Bharat could ever gather in one government led by world's most trusted leader, Narendra Modi. Jai Hind.